thank you to Glenn as well for, this opportunity to be in front of all you amazing business owners. God love yourselves for investing in yourself, for giving back to your community, right? So, anybody heard of blackmall.com? Right? So you guys remember us for the blackmall.com. We started that back in 2011 before it was popular to buy black, when it was like pulling teeth, and we had to go on campaigns to be like, you need to do this, right? We had a directory that grew to 5,000 businesses nationwide, and it was amazing. And then we grew to then start doing vendor marketplaces, and then we had a shop that sold nothing but black-owned products. We had 1,000 SKUs, 100 and something vendors. I see some of my amazing vendors in the house. Any of my vendors, raise your hand. Absolutely, right? And then what happened in 2020, y'all?
COVID.
The pandemic. And the pandemic shut down 30% of black-owned businesses instantly.
Wow.
Done and over with, right? So what we started off with a awareness business, right? Because black people need to know and support. We said, oh, we've got a bigger problem. We've got an infrastructure issue, right? Because if our businesses can easily go bankrupt and be out of business when something changes, then we have a bigger issue. So we put our heads down. Y'all saw us go away for a while. People were like, well, yeah, y'all were so loud before. We went, we studied, we did programs like Sunshine Enterprises, and then we got our big goal. And now we are building and helping small businesses implement. Y'all listening? We are helping small businesses implement AI-powered operations.
We help out when it comes to not only just doing the basics of your taxes or your bookkeeping and things of that nature, but we talk strategy, we talk growth. We work with entrepreneurs, small business owners, and nonprofits to make financially sound decisions, to really set that foundation, to really be able to help make you grow. Because ultimately, as I traveled around the world and I kept seeing all of these other businesses, there were certain things that I started to see where things would fall through the cracks, whether it would be surprises with your taxes because you didn't strategize, or maybe it came to your cash flow that wasn't managed properly because you hired too much, but you didn't really have the clientele that was coming in, or maybe it was just a couple consultations that you needed to make sure that you had your tax structure in place. And I wanted to make sure my business was in position to be able to support all of you all's businesses to make sound decisions through that financial lens. And so
Macro Marketing Group. I have had an excellent career over my tenure in the web development business for the last 30 years. I've worked for some major companies, most of you all know, major brands. And as he said, I went through a transformation. I worked for Ebony Jet, Johnson Publishing Company, and they sold. And then I went to another global marketing firm, and I did the exact same thing I did with Johnson Publishing Company with them. We transformed the Ebony magazine, whereas they were not online when I went there. They were not. They made all their money with the magazine Jet and Ebony. But a great thing happened. They got me.
Yeah, I know that's right.
And I was like, we have to, I'm a strategist, so we have to get this stuff online, because by the time people were getting it, it was all, they got it on their phone by the time they got the magazine. And so we went from 6,000 views a month to 1 million a day after I built their EbonyJet.com. And so I did it again with another marketing company. You might know Kevin Trudeau. He brought me into his company. He wanted me to do the exact same thing. And after I left Kevin, I enjoyed him. That was a great job. I decided that I wanted to do this for the community. And so I started in 2015 working with small businesses, and now I've expanded my small business reach to bigger enterprise businesses, because I do custom web design. So I can build whatever kind of site you want. And Wix is not my competitor. Because they can't do what
I know
I
that's
do.
right.
So a lot of people jump on wigs because it's cheap, but you'll find that you need great foundation, especially if you're trying to grow and create your own content. They're not going to let you do that. So that's my story. I'm Mecca Marketing Group. I'm Lenora Blanco Mora. And if you have any questions or want to talk to me, I'm here.
In business in May, and in November I will have my MBA. Thank you so much, Sunshine, for all you have poured into MLP. Truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
I'm absolutely not supposed to be a lawyer. But before I was a lawyer, I was an environmental engineer. After I was an environmental engineer, I got 2 masters.
Come on, sister.
Glenn knows what it's like growing up in the projects. There's no way I should have been able to do any of the things I did. But I had you take a picture so you can remember this moment. Because in a few years, you'll look at that picture and remember that lady with 1,000 degrees. I don't know how much she gonna be paying the student loans. But she told me to take a picture and you're gonna see you're somewhere where you're not supposed to be. You just took a picture of future millionaires.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
You just took a picture. You just took a picture of people who will own, if you don't now, own now, but it will grow into prosperous, giving, encouraging businesses that will change the way our communities are. In addition to being a lawyer, engineer, mama, everything else, fashionista,
Yes,
I also am a financial advisor because I believe everyone should have multiple streams of income. That is why I love this program so much. It helps you, it helps all of you, it helps me learn the importance of what my grandmother used to say, if you know better, you do better. We cannot always have the GoFundMes for funerals. We do that because we don't have proper insurance, or we just don't have enough money to do it, or sadly, we'll get caught off guard. We should not have to sell the dinners, and we do it to raise money because Cousin Pookie can't pay us rent. It happens. Or we shouldn't have to do whatever it is we have to do that we normally would not have to do if the transmission goes out, or if you get a flat tire, or if your daughter and or son calls you from school saying they need money. Can you hear what I'm saying? I do what I do because I want to build financial, generational wealth for my 6 kids. Yes, this body has 6 kids. I also do what I do because I want to be able to give to my people, to anyone who's willing to listen, the importance of building financial wealth. As a lawyer, I don't want anybody in here to call me if somebody's in jail. But if you have to call me, I will help. But I would rather you call me and say, can you help me do an LLC? Can you tell me where on the internet I can find the word EIN? Can you help me do a business plan? Nobody's called me yet. I'm here. I'm here. But in addition to that, while I'm doing your LLC, let me tell you how we're not gonna do another GoFundMe.
Right.
Everybody in here, I'm so proud of you. I'm so grateful for what you guys do.
Yes.
The other Quandra is like my bestie, and we say, hey Quandra. She is a powerhouse. Use her. I'm sorry. Use her. This is the other Quandra. I'm here. We just took pictures of millionaires. I took my picture too. I ain't there yet. Let's have a party next time in a couple of years where everybody's up here, $5 million, $10 million, and I'm naming yearly income.
Yes.
Forgive me, Coach Nikki, but I'm gonna say Coach Nikki because I don't mess your name up. She said, take a step and move. Look at that picture. Let's take steps and move toward our financial freedom. Let's also take steps and move to call me if somebody's in trouble, but also, more importantly, call me for business legal needs. I want to see all us win. It is too much money on the table not to. I love you. I support you. I believe in you. And I want to go shopping with you when you become millionaires.
Hey there. So I decided to do something very uncomfortable today, which is talking to all of y'all. I am more of a one-on-one type of person. So not only am I a startup, but I'm also new to Chicago as well. I'm sure you hear an accent. I'm Belizean. I'm from Belize. So I don't start off like most people with networking. They went to college, they're in sororities or Alpha, Delta. I am from the ground up. And so it's good. I start off fresh. That's how I see it. I told her I'm going to be straight to the point. I'm a digital marketing agency for small business owners. I build website, graphic design, social media. I am like your support system because I don't just do the work and disappear. I am with you. Like all my clients could tell that I stay on their social media like, hey, did you post today? I check their website. I just called one of my clients, hey, your website's down. What's happening? Get it back up. So I am like literally your best friend in business. So yeah, I'm passing on my cards. Like I told you, I'm a one of one. This is all new to me. But I am always here when you need support in your business.
And it's actually the growth tester. We don't talk about it. But it's the growth tester. So right now in this current season, I'm launching 2 organizations. Yeah. All right, my name is Nair Bills. I am currently launching 2 organizations. One is the Professor LLC, where at the root of that, I talk about you not being broken and that you're just buried. And so I hope you go through at the individual level, team level, CEO, it doesn't matter. If they're humans, my methodology of deconditioning, it works. In my NMOG Institute, I practice solving from within, which is how do we as a community come together to solve within our own space. And so in that, there are 4 seeds that are in that methodology. Open exchange, which is how we come together, being willing to talk, being willing to share information. Then there's genuine relationships. When we spend time with each other, we get a better sense of who we are and what we can do together. In joint effort, you bring your own energy to the table to collectively support the goal at the table. So I'm talking about those 2 organizations, but let's talk about how I got here and why this matters. So when I was born in Chicago in '77, I was born to my mother she had just turned 17. And we were homeless for the first 7 years of our lives. So when the sister said, when you look at the stats and the stats say you're not supposed to be here, first of all, you got to understand you're not a statistic. So when I talk about deconditioning, you remove some of these labels that we often carry with us that no longer serve us. So if I told you all that I was once a NASA fellow, if I once told you all that I worked for the CDC, if I once told you I worked for 2 Fortune 100 companies, one was in the top 40, one was in the top 75. If I told you that I've been over 50 countries, I'm planning a trip now to hit my 2nd continent in Antarctica. The sister says she has 6 kids. I'm a father of 6. 2 of them are graduating. One's graduating college, my 2nd college graduate, and then my 4th oldest is graduating high school. We're not statistics. We're actually living proof. And so, in the work that I do at the Professor LLC, it's about transforming from the inside out. Oftentimes, we struggle because we're carrying something that no longer serves us. And in order to understand whether or not it serves us, we actually have to do the work to really figure out where we stand, left or right, on the middle, wherever it is, about that particular thing. Now, I'm in this room. This is probably going to be a little bit interesting because I haven't done it in this many Black women in the room, and I feel like there's a lot of church folks in here. And so, I grew up Baptist, and it was what my grandmother gave us. My grandmother passed in 2014, and in 2014, I struggled with church and religion. I couldn't find relief for the grief that I was struggling with. And the concept of just pray was not enough. And so when I kept asking the question, it wasn't the solution in the church that was being brought. It was the first time I decided to seek therapy on my own. And when I did that, one of the things that I noticed is that the version of church that was given to me and the version of religion that was given to me was actually not of God. And so in that space, I started down this path of unpacking what I had actually been told and actually comparing it to what my actual lived experience was. So if I talk, when I mentioned I was born in '77, I came up in the era of two strikes against me. I was born black and I was born male. For a long time, I carried that. I didn't get my first tattoo till I was 35. I didn't get my earrings in my ear till I was 18. And when I did that, if I did a presentation in college or in the workplace, I took my earrings out. I actually didn't start growing my locks until 7 years ago. Those two strikes were conditions that I actually didn't create, but I was actually being small knowing that they was out there. So when I decided that neither of those were conditions that I created for myself, meaning they were not mine, well, I'm no longer shackled to these things that was driving some of the decisions that I was making. So when I work with entrepreneurs, when I work with leaders, the first thing I want to do is understand how you are computing things in your head. That's where I do my magic at. Because I'm able to help folks find the difference between, wait, did you build that story? Oh, is that real? Or did it actually happen?
Yes.
But if I tell you this, it actually happens in our life every single day. One of the stories I like to tell, and I'm going to close with this because I'm sure a lot of parents are in here. If you've ever, on your way home, already decided what you was going to do to your kids if they hadn't already done something, you have already conditioned yourself to your reaction before you even figured out how they are. So this is what I mean by when I say deconditioning, and I mean transformation from the inside out. Well, you got to transform how you think on the inside before you can take that step that she talked about. So when you want to take steps, the first step you got to take is to look on the inside. In my Erie Billups, and they call me the Professor.
Specifically looking for those chief everything officers. Anybody? Me? I specifically look for you because I know that you have bigger than life visions. You want to stop wasting time. You want to monetize your talents. You want to finally generate the income that your brilliant ideas truly deserve. And you want to do it faster. You want to do it with less money. You want to do it strategically so that you can build impact. You can build generational wealth. And that is what I help you do. I bridge the gap between wherever you are right now and where you need to be to create that successful, sustainable, and profitable business. So I do that as a coach. I also do that as a service provider. A little bit about me. I'm also a multi-platform entrepreneur. So that means I run a bunch of businesses. Okay? How many of y'all got a whole lot of ideas? Yeah, I understand. Been there, done that, because we are not a monolith. We are very multifaceted. We are dynamic beings. Some of us in here are magical, right? Anybody feel like that? You magical? You're making things happen. You do it for everybody else. But you know what? You can't continue to give from your substance. You also have to give from your overflow.
Yes.
Right? Too many of us are giving from our substance and not enough from our overflow. So that's what I'm going to help you do is build up your substance so you can have some flow to give. Right? Put your own oxygen mask on first. Does that make sense? So
Yes.
one of my businesses I started during the pandemic. Right here in this building. Right there, back there. Right, Brad? Coco Chili. Coco Chili was a pivot that I did as a business coach. And in fact, the day that we opened, we ended up on every best of new restaurant foodie list that you could possibly imagine in Chicago for our Afro-Caribbean soul food. Right? Because what I found is during the pandemic, people were sitting at home, bored, and eating. Because that's what I was doing, right? Sitting at home, bored and eating. So I was just making all kinds of stuff, just all kinds of stuff, because that's what our family does. We cook, we eat food, a lot of food. So as you can tell, we eat a lot of food. So I was enjoying myself in whole cases of wine and just cooking. That's man, whole cases of wine, I promise you, because I'm sitting at home bored. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put my jerk sauce out there. And I kept riding past this building, riding past this building, riding past this building, seeing the hatchery. And I'm like, what do they do there? Do they make chickens? What is this place? You know, and I saw Axiom was connected to it, which I was familiar with as a business coach. I had connected a lot of my clients over the years because I've been a coach for almost 30 years. When I started my very first business as a life coach, I was barely 19 years old. When's the night you don't know about life? No. But what I did know was that I didn't like my circumstances, and I didn't want my circumstances to define my future finances. So what I did was I made a move. Say move.
Move.
Y'all know success leaves clues. You know success loves speed. So you need to act, you need to get up, you need to move. And so that's what I did. I moved very, very quickly. I was like, okay, I want something different. What do I need to do? And so I became a sponge. I wanted to learn as much as I could about anything and everything that could improve my finances, improve my circumstances. And I went to a workshop. It was something like this. There was a whole bunch of people in the room, and the woman that was on stage, she said, she's like, I was like, what is that? Because it ain't like it was now. It wasn't like that back then where everybody and their mama's calling themselves a coach, right? Whether or not they know anything about coaching, right? Back then, it was not a thing. Google wasn't even a thing. Okay, that's how long ago this was. So I was like, you know what? This sounds like everything I would do for everybody for free. So I just decided to move. I decided to take action. And I changed my circumstances by just jumping. Okay? I did the thing. And at the time, again, I was like 19 years old, wet behind the ears, didn't know anything about life. But I didn't like the fact that I was a teen mom, that I was living in a public house, that I had bad credit, horrible finances, bad relationships, all the things that statistically meant that I shouldn't make it. Right? Anybody could like resonate with that story? Yes, yes. I knew I was talking to my people because y'all my community, right?
Yeah, community.
Okay, I knew. You know, and so I decided that I wanted something different. And I started telling my story. And the more I told my story, the more people started gravitating towards me. And I started telling them the things that I learned. I was sharing all of the things that I was learning. I was sharing my resources. I was connecting them to other people in my community. And because I became a resource for other people, and because I became a resource for myself, and I took action.
My name is Christina. My business is Shine Flow Cuisine, and I've been in business for 5 years. We specialize in healthy food accessibility and nutrition education. One thing that I really love about my business is that we help people, show people how to eat healthier and just live a healthier lifestyle through food. Sunshine, they completely helped me rebrand my whole business and just completely take it to the next level with all the resources they have. So it's been awesome networking with everybody tonight. Thank y'all.
Hey, shout out to Scorpio Chef.
How long you been in business? What you do? And what
Y'all
you
getting
do?
content? Okay, baby.
Okay. Ready? Hello, I'm Lauren. I'm the owner of Mega Suite. I have been in business for 7 years. I specialize in cookies, pound cake, and I do a whole dessert. One thing I learned from Sunshine was how to get my back off of
Dog. Hey y'all, my name is Justin House, owner of Just Dip It Tacos. We're a business that has been operating for 2.5 years. The business started off the concept of one dish, quesadilla tacos. That was 2.5 years ago. To date, we've learned to build out our brand and be more than just tacos. We deal with education as well as showing our youth and specifically our Black and Brown community about entrepreneurship and food education. We are definitely looking to align with other organizations that have that same vision. And what I took away from Sunshine is community, a sisterhood of folks that are like-minded, persevere, keep going. That's what we do.
I'm Tamika. I am the CEO of Croissant Soul LLC Consulting, and we provide food industry consulting services for restaurants, food manufacturers, and catering. We blend food science, culinary development, and food safety. to bringing mix, product development, and food safety grant safety programs via company. I've been in business for 8 years, maybe 8 years this fall, and I'm also a sunshine coach. And one great thing that I've done with the businesses that I've coached is I believe in meeting folks where they're at, right? And I believe in making the information available. So I lead with empathy and they lead with strategy.
Food is key to a good relationship.
My name's Ronnie. My name is Rita. And we have a family owned business that we've been running for about 3, 4 years now. We always love making food. Our name is Shy Express, where we combine Vegan Express as well as Rah Rah Mama's Kitchen, where we focus on vegan food, healthy food, as well as sultry and seafood. Currently, right now, we don't have our website, but we will be working on it. We'll get back with you, but it will be shyexpress.com, where you can cater our orders, and we do special events all around the Chicago area. All right, and we'll be tracing back around with them to get that information for you guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cassiopeia Meekins, CEO of TBM 360. We help implement AI powered operating systems for small businesses. I'm such a proud PSP for Sunshine Enterprises. And let me see, what is a tip that I can give small businesses? I want to tell you to stay in it. Stay in it. Stay in it. Do the work. Businesses are not made overnight. They're made with investment, both with your equity, with your finances, from networking and constantly learning. So being a part of the 12-week programs and the cohorts that Sunshine Enterprises has to offer, that other businesses have to offer, that we have to offer, will take you forward. But you gotta stay in it. Thank you so much.
And how can we find you guys?
Biz, TBM360.biz. And talk to our AI agent on our website.
Hi, my name's Oliver Chan. I am here in Chicago at the Sunrise Enterprise event. I'm with Verizon Small Business Kids already, and we are a free resource for small business owners. And we do everything from showcase courses to live webinars, online and in-person networking events. And we also have several different small business grant cycles and other promotions for small businesses, and we really love being here and being a part of the Sunshine community, and really wish all the entrepreneurs here great success.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Actually a conglomerate entrepreneur, but through Sunshine, I am an alkaline vegan chef. Actually, I'm the alkaline vegan guru, starting with the west side of Chicago and a community visionary. I've been in business with this business since 2022, and it is thriving greatly, you guys. So come check me out. If y'all donate $15, then I will feed the community to expose them to alkaline vegan health, wealth, and community. And what I took from Sunshine is it's really a lot, but one thing that I can say about Sunshine is like networking. Networking is very important. Don't be afraid to walk into a room and speak to even a millionaire in the room. Don't feel insecure about yourself. You have to be content with what you're doing, because if you don't feel content, then you're not going to make it. You have to step out of your comfort zone. Be being uncomfortable.
Yeah, and how can we find you?
Yes, you guys can find me on Instagram at herb HERB underscore N AND underscore third SRB underscore at herb the and symbol.
Thank you.
Make Sunshine unique than any other business service organization is that we have a business acceleration service program where we support clients for the life of their business. And we are intentional about everything that we do when it comes to our 90-day coaching, when it comes to our mentorship called Next Level Exchange, when it comes to the networking events that we put on, our help desk, our office hours, which are pro bono services that we provide, even the workshops. We actually go through every single last one of your go forward forms. So those forms are very important. And we look to see what your needs are. And those are the type of workshops and type of opportunities that we bring. So we are very curated and very intentional in helping to grow small businesses because we want to see you all flourish and we want to see our communities grow.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Angie Moore, owner of Detox Products, and I'm holding one of our products. We are a soap company, but we also have wonderful, luxurious body butter. And one thing I took away from Sunshine, right? That was what.
One thing I took away is, of course, community. Community is so important. I am a solopreneur, and it is difficult breaking out of this mode of doing everything by yourself. And it's not necessarily because you want to do everything by yourself, but it's just that it's hard to find people to work.
That you can trust that are nice.
Oh, like, do you?
So finding those gems, if you will, difficult. So I'm so grateful for tonight because I connected with some wonderful people and I'm excited for what's to
Yes.
come. So
Thank you.
Detox product.
I'm gonna see this going right here.
So, hi, my name is Lenore Blackamore. I'm Mecca Marketing. It stands for, I didn't say this earlier, but making engaging creative content always.
Okay.
We do web development because just because you have a website doesn't mean people know about you. So we help you grow, engage with your user, and, and find their target market. So we do content creation, photography, as well as some video.
Find me at mmgwebsites.com. That's my website. And also, what else? I think that's it. But I
Social media platforms?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
find me at MMG website.
On Facebook and Instagram?
Facebook and Instagram. Yes, all of them. Okay. You